How is everybody doing today? My name is Master Zero, and welcome back to another reaction video. This time we're reacting to The Horror of the Slaver Ant by In a Nutshell. Alright, so I'm really excited to dive into the world of ants again, man. Like, it's just so fascinating, and it's like, In a Nutshell really seems to like ants as well, you know, because it seems like, this is like, the third or fourth video of ants, you know, like, it's just really fascinating, because, like, ants have always been around my childhood, at least, you know, I live in Texas, so fire ants are literally everywhere, so, like, going outside and just, like, watching them, you know, like, don't harm them or anything, just, like, watch them and just, like, see what they do, and, like, I was so fascinated in, like, the little mechanism, their mazes basically that they make, you know, their homes that they have and stuff. It's just, ants fascinate me so freaking much. And like, In a Nutshell video, they really add to that, like, fascination, you know? It's just, the more I learn about them, even more fascinated I get because of it, you know? Like, it's, knowledge is power is what I'm trying to say, and ants are fascinating. And I don't know how many times I've said ants in this intro, but I'll make it funny. But anyway, without any further ado, here is The Horror of Slaver Ants.
Everything changed when the slave
Fire Nation?
attacked.
Oh.
What used to be a thriving colony is now a captured country. Slaves do the work, serving their new masters until they die, only to be replaced
Kind of said I loved it a little
harvested
too early.
Raids.
Is that a Lion King reference?
Let's go back to the beginning.
Okay. I don't like that. What do you have? Was that a larva? I don't know if I like ants anymore.
The World War of the Ants is claiming millions
of
lives every day. But in the brutal world of ants, straight-up war is not the only way. Around 50 ant species practice slavery, the most extreme division of labor. We don't know how this began, but some ant species perfected this cruel trade. Meet polyergus, the most intense of the slaver ant tribes.
I don't like
different species, but generally they're 4 to 10 millimeters long, with brown to blackish bodies and sickle-shaped mandibles.
You can zoom out. That's one scale I don't like.
That they've lost their ability to care for themselves.
What?
They don't clean, build nests, care for their brood, or feed themselves.
So you just make the slaves do everything.
They exist for raiding. Slaves make up 80 to 90% of the ants in their colonies. So a few
raids are
polyergus and a single queen
for
control
ants?
thousands of slave ants.
My.
We'll summarize and simplify
I've seen those before.
Polyergus into one grand story. You can find more information in our sources. So now,
ants are ants and not people.
The banality of nature.
Yeah.
The raid.
Okay.
It all begins on a
I instantly got like Assassin's Creed Valhalla vibe. You just say raid, and I'm like, yeah.
This colony
Viking.
of over 10,000 Formica ants, genetically cousins of polyergus, who build a thriving
God, it's so cool seeing it, man.
They are a widespread genus. Some species are good fighters, some great builders,
and some
cattle farmers. Often
cattle
farmers by humans because they hunt vermin that hurt forests.
There you go.
Nobody noticed
Ants are helpful
polyergus scout
until they're not.
Showed up this morning before she bolted away again. The attack begins in the early afternoon. The scout
you got a little scout and everything, dude. That is so cool.
She dances erratically and spreads pheromones that excite
Does it have to be a woman?
Recruit more and more ants until a large raiding party of 1,000 warrior S's has formed.
They are so freaking fascinating creatures, man.
Up to 10 meters long.
Now I know why Scott Lang has them. Or Hank Pym, whoever you want. Ant-Man.
Arrives at the Formica colony, the attack begins almost immediately. Dozens of attackers begin
it's not good what they're doing.
From the nest entrance,
they're torturing these other species, but it's very fascinating. Like a bug acting as a human.
The defenders vastly outnumber their attackers and are formidable warriors able to shoot at it. But instead of fighting back effectively,
I thought it was something else, not gonna lie.
Confused and scatter rather than fighting back. Polyergus also seems to be somewhat resistant to the acid sprays of the defenders.
So you're just doing it for no reason at all.
The attackers use their mandibles to pierce and kill. There are a few different ideas as to why polyergus attacks are so efficient, and one of the most fascinating ones is chemical warfare. Instead of relying on brute force, they release a propaganda pheromone that makes the defenders panic, unable to mount an organized defense.
My man, that's very creative, though.
Hand-to-hand combat, other than immense casualties.
Yeah,
what's more,
that's a lot of dead ants.
They actually want their victims to survive so that they can be raided again in a few weeks.
Why?
As the raid unfolds,
I know why, but that's very smart. But that is just
cruel. Their most valuable possession.
Good thing they're not humans.
The colonist babies. They grab the pupae and larvae that will make up the
and
next
your kidnappers.
Formica
Come on!
And carry them out of the nest. Hundreds are
I'm gonna have to
abducted and
reconsider
brought
how much
back
I
to
love
the
ants.
polyergus colony in this raid
Everything
alone.
bad about them.
Well, most of them.
Oh.
A few unlucky ones are eaten
Unlucky?
as a sort of snack.
Oh!
The surviving victims will be turned into slaves. After about an hour,
They're
the
not
raid is
good
over,
at all.
and the Formica can begin to recover. It seems their only
But then
strategy
just to
is
do it
make
all over
even
again.
more ants. A
Whoa.
decent-sized colony can forfeit thousands of pupae in a single raiding season and still survive. Although in this case, while the raid was going on, something even more sinister happened.
What? More sinister than what just happened?
Because how are polyergus
How can
turning
you
ants
just
into slaves?
tease me with something and then just say, hold
How
on
brainwash
to
ant slaves.
it?
Ants
working on me.
conquered almost the entire planet over 100 million years ago. They owe their success to being social animals that perfected chemical communication. Chemical
that
signals
is
and
fascinating
cues let
stuff,
ants
though.
know what their colony needs and what each individual should do. And most importantly in this case,
So it's
who is a
communicated
friend
through
or foe.
smell.
Slave-making ants are much less social than other ant
You really
species.
have to call them that, though? Stop
Some
it!
species miss a lot of
Rude.
the genes other ants have to make communication possible. In a sense, they are bad at talking to each other.
Yeah.
So it may be that as
I mean, if they're
polyergus
made
ancestors
to have
started
one
abduct
function,
other
they'll
ants,
probably have
they
that
lost
one
the ability
function.
to collaborate and work together productively.
That's
Soon
bad
after the
for
stolen
ants, though.
Formica offspring have been brought to the slaver colony, they are progressively covered in polyergus pheromones. They are chemically imprinted, similar to a duckling who imprints on its
What?
mother after birth. When the new slaves hatch, they behave as
That
though they
is
are part of the
so
polyergus
cruel.
colony and
Oh
begin
my
to work for them
God.
unconditionally, keeping the nest clean, caring for the
I mean,
next
now I know
generation
why
of
they get the
slaves
name
and masters,
slave.
hunting for food, and
They
feeding
literally
their
don't know any
enslavers
better.
mouth to mouth. This sort of
That's
brainwashing
just an
goes
extra
so far
step you
that
didn't
if they
need to
encounter
take.
free Formica ants in the wild, they will treat them as enemies. In a sense, they're not
Can you
true
imagine
slaves,
how
as they
trippy that
serve
would be
willingly
being
and
the
show
other
no
ant in that
interest in
situation?
freedom. It's more like
Just hear me,
violent
what's
abduction
happening?
and adoption, which doesn't make things that much
I hate
better.
your feeding pattern.
And as the Formica only live for a few months, a constant new supply of victims is necessary.
Yeah,
To
that's
survive,
ideal
polyergus can
naming
never
choice.
Stop enslaving. How to make new slave colonies?
I think you told me already.
How are new polyergus colonies created?
Oh,
After all,
blah, 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 blah.
polyergus workers are so useless that a queen can't start a new colony without slaves. But how does she make
Okay,
slaves
so they're
without
dum-dums.
warriors? It turns out there are two main strategies.
What?
The more dangerous one might unfold during a raid like the one we witnessed before.
Okay, let me
A
hear
young
it.
polyergus queen silently follows the raiding party.
What?
Using the chaos of
My
the
queen.
invasion, she's able to find her way to the Formica queen and kill her, taking over the shaken colony.
Oh,
Although such a victory may be very short-lived,
yeah.
polyergus do not tolerate other slaver colonies within their hunting ground. They raid each other fiercely too, and can destroy the competing colonies nearby.
Oh, that is
So
trippy.
while this tactic
So they're
sometimes
so
works,
dumb,
it
they'll
is
fight
pretty dangerous.
themselves.
Another young queen is going for a different strategy.
Ew.
She's looking for a Formica colony that is further from her birthplace, attacking a whole colony on her own. She
On her
bolts through an
own?
entrance, pushing
Okay,
aside confused
you go,
ants that
girl.
try to stop her, releasing a powerful appeasement pheromone that drives defenders
It's the
away.
pheromones. It's
She
always
has
the
only a short
pheromones.
time window to find the Formica queen deep in the hostile nest.
Oh, it's like Granny
Once
or
she
something.
finds her target,
Gotta find it, go,
both
hurry.
queens engage in a fight to the death.
Rock, paper, scissors?
The polyergus queen is well
Okay,
equipped with
we
her sharp
tied.
mandibles. She bites and rips into her victim for about half an hour before she finally calms down.
It's just
Between her
torture.
bites, she licks the chemical surface of the dead Formica queen.
I really don't like to
covering
zoom in,
herself
but I
her
do.
Pheromones. When
Oh.
she's done with this macabre ritual, Formica workers approach her. Subdued by her intense smells, they start grooming and feeding her as though pledging their allegiance to their new ruler. She's still mildly done, though.
Wow.
Formica colonies often have multiple queens who all need to be defeated, which is not guaranteed.
This is legitimately
Often,
a
attacking queens will be stopped by a
dungeon.
phalanx of workers that rip her apart or are defeated in royal battle. But if she does manage to kill all the queens,
Stop
the colony
doing
has
that.
been taken over,
You're doing
and
it on
the
purpose.
enslaved brood will begin to serve a new queen, the usurper.
Okay.
She now begins laying eggs that are cared for
Did
by
not
her new
need that
slaves
at
until
all.
new polyergus ants hatch that will soon start new raids on neighboring colonies. No matter what we humans do, quietly below our feet, The World War of the Ants
And that's
is
what's
raging,
so fascinating,
with
man. I think it's the
wild and
scale
horrible
aspect that I love
strategies
so much.
fought by billions of individuals every single day.
God, the War of Ants.
Polyergus will continue
Does
to
not
hunt for
stop.
slaves, as to stop raiding would be their demise. And in the War of the Ants,
Do they actually
there
growl
is
like that?
no
Because that's pretty
giving
cool.
up. We want to explore even more ant species in videos
Please,
to come,
please
but not
do.
just ants.
I can't believe it's already the
Our
end of the
planet has
video.
so
That
many
went by
more
really
wonders to
fast.
marvel at and learn about. That is, if we manage to preserve their habitats and turn the tide on climate change.
Oh.
Something we're very passionate about. at
Yeah.
Kurzgesagt,
Have I
and
seen
have
all of
covered
those? I think I
extensively in
did.
past videos.
And that hair
We
again,
found a partner to
messing
turn
me
our
up.
dedication into action. We'll pay to offset 1 month of your carbon emissions with the help of our friends from Wren.
That
By
is
visiting
amazing.
Wren.co
Holy
and
crap.
answering a few questions, you can find out your personal carbon footprint. Your first step should be to reduce your footprint, but there are limits to that. Wren lets you offset the rest of your carbon footprint with a monthly subscription that supports projects that plant trees, protect rainforests,
Oh my
and
God.
remove carbon dioxide from the sky.
That is
We
so
think it's one of
cool.
the many puzzle pieces that can make a real difference in the
Let's
climate crisis.
go! Oh
Once
my
you sign up
God.
to make a monthly contribution,
Kurzgesagt,
you'll get
come
pictures
on,
and
man.
updates from the project you
Doing
support,
so much.
so you can directly see the impact you're making. Wren is completely transparent about how they spend the money.
Oh, that is beautiful.
And we especially like their rainforest
Oh,
protection
not
project in
whatever
the Amazon.
titles.
Another amazing
That's under fire
ecosystem
right now.
full of wonder
Established
we
titles.
want coming generations to learn about as well. Wren's
That's
project
very important,
trains
my man.
indigenous communities to use
Oh,
drones
this
and satellite
legitimately,
imagery
like,
to
melted
detect
my heart. Oh my
deforestation,
God.
helping them protect their rainforest home.
Aw,
Sign up
shucks,
through
dude.
ren.co/Kurzgesagt to
Kurzgesagt.
start helping the planet. As climate change is close to our hearts, we will personally pay for the first month of subscription for the first 200 people to sign
Oh
up.
my God, dude. Kurzgesagt doing all good things. That is beautiful. And I love the footprint. So, all right, that was, oh man, that was so fascinating stuff. I just love, like, every little bit and, like, anything I could grasp my hand, like the knowledge of ants. Like, I am all for it, man. They are so fascinating creatures. And, like, as this video states, they are very, very vicious. And, like, they will do whatever it takes to win, essentially. And that's very, very messed up. But, like, it kind of like the warning at the beginning of this, you know, it's like ants are ants. They're not humans, obviously. So they don't have the mental knowledge that we do, you know, like slavery's bad, okay? Like, it's very, very bad, and we really shouldn't do it. But like ants being their own different, unique creatures, and like understanding like how they work without us interfering at all, like I think that's so freaking fascinating. Just seeing like an animal of any variety, not just ants, but like ants in general, there's something special about them. Like just the way they they're a colony, like literally, they're an ant colony, you know, like they work together, and the way they do, it's almost like machine, like almost, you know, it's like a legitimately like a assembly line, and you have these machines or ants, you know, that are like doing their exact purpose for what they need to get done at that moment. Like it's just so freaking fascinating to me. And like I kind of like in the back of my mind, I guess you could say, like I knew that it had to do with like scent and stuff like that, and like their pheromones, because like a lot of bugs kind of do that. But like for this video to like shine that, you know, like it was almost like the main focal point of this video, you know. And it's like, okay, like now I actually understand like the different types of pheromones and like what it means, and like different ants have different things and stuff like that. And it's just, yeah, like it's so freaking cool. It makes me babble and just talk about nonsense for like a long time, so I'll stop. But very, very exciting stuff, man, all around. I love the animation, the way they just talk to you as an audience, you know. It's just bite-sized pieces that you could digest really, really easily. It's just fascinating stuff. I love it to death, man. It's just really cool, and they're helping the planet now, which is very, very awesome. So thank you everybody so much for watching. Leave a like down below, subscribe, ring the bell, become a member. You get videos a day early, and check out the merch. So with that said, I have been Master Zero. Y'all guys have been fantastic, and I'll see y'all in the next episode. Later days.